Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Micah Parsons claps back at Cowboys after tribute snub. The big storyline for the Dallas Cowboys this weekend has less concerned on the 31-14 thumping by the previously 0-2 Chicago Bears, thankfully for Jerry Jones and company, and more focused on the imminent return to Texas for three-time All-Pro and now Green Bay Packer, Micah Parsons. Since being moved to the Midwest a month ago, Parsons has been a reasonable, if not next-level threat for the Packers, although he has managed 1.5 sacks in his first 3 games. One of the more major talking points in the early week has been the decision made by owner and general manager, Jerry Jones, to not give Parsons the same type of recognition for his effort and services that was received when legendary running back Emmitt Smith got after leaving for the Cardinals. "I don't think that's appropriate this way. Emmitt Smith coming back was a different story," Jones said on Monday, via John Machota of The Athletic. "But that's not to diminish Micah. I think Micah's got enough welcome out there. We just need to show we've got antidotes for that." Jones' reasoning feels sound. Smith played 13 seasons in Dallas that included 11 consecutive 1,000-plus yard campaigns, 3 Super Bowl rings, 4 first-team All-Pros and 1 NFL MVP. Parsons became one of the better edge rushers in team history, but his legacy does not come near to amounting to that. And despite some believing he would take offense to that, Parsons believed that the team was not disrespecting him by not giving him that same honor. Yet, despite him not taking the lack of tribute poorly, Parsons did then take a specific dig at Jones and the organization. "There's a lot of things I can consider disrespectful throughout this process," Parsons said, via The Athletic's Matt Schneidman, "but I wouldn't say the tribute is one of them. I just think there's hard feelings maybe there for them. For me, I'm happy where I'm at. And we got a really good football team. So I guess I can get my tribute in a win." Noting that the team did many things that he could consider disrespectful certainly constitutes a shot at the Cowboys owner. As does the slightly provocative implication that the team are salty over his departure, in claiming that they still have hard feelings over his trade to Green Bay. Parsons' lack of issue with not being recognized in Dallas is likely sincere. He knows that despite his 4 successful years with the team, he managed only 1 postseason win with the organization, back in 2022, with the Cowboys never managing to advance past the divisional round of the playoffs. But there is clearly no love lost between the ex-Cowboy star and his former employer, and if given the opportunity, Parsons will love nothing more than to run amok in his old team's backyard in front of Jones and company. Cowboys just made a genius move ahead of their Packers game. The Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers have a big game coming up on Sunday, September 28th, and there are a few reasons that it's shaping up to be a doozy. For one, the game is on Sunday Night Football, so a lot of eyes are going to be on the Cowboys and Packers to show off their best stuff. In addition, the Packers, of course, acquired star defensive end Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys right before the season started, so this will be his first time playing his former team. The Cowboys are 1-2 going into this game, and the Packers are 2-1. Green Bay has a fantastic defense, but the Cowboys have their strong points, too. But this game means a lot to both teams, and the Cowboys know that they'll have to be on their toes if they want to come out of it 2-2. Ahead of the game, the Dallas Cowboys announced a totally devious move that could pay off for them in more ways than one. Not only could this move help the Cowboys with their lineup on the field, but it could help their brains off the field. The Dallas Cowboys officially have a new defensive back. On Thursday, September 25th, the team signed Valentine to their practice squad. Man, this was a smart move. The Patriots let Valentine go this week, and the Cowboys signed him right away. They had an open spot on the practice squad, and he was a perfect fit. Valentine has actually played under Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, so they could get some intel from the move. That's what makes this such a smart move, really. Valentine will likely have some inside information Hafley's coaching style and approach, and that could help the Cowboys. Hafley is one of the best play designers in the league, and Green Bay has held opponents to less than 20 points in 12 games since he was hired last year, notes Jerry Trotta of the Laundry Hat in a feature out on Thursday, September 25. The addition of Parsons has created more space for teammates, but it has also deepened Hafley's bag of tricks. Using more creative fronts is just one area where Hafley has benefited from the Parsons trade. Trotta adds that, while the Packers are a bear of a matchup, Schottenheimer at least has a week to game-plan an offense that can hopefully put up points without Lamb. Having Valentine around to drop some nuggets on Hafley's scheme will only make that easier for the first-year head coach. Cowboys could sign former Eagles defensive back after his surprise release. Few defensive backs have been as versatile as C.J Gardner-Johnson has been over the past half-decade. A 2019 fourth-round pick for the New Orleans Saints, he made his name as a physical slot corner who could also play safety, blitz effectively and cover top receivers if needed. His national breakout came in Philadelphia with the Eagles in 2022 when he tied for the NFL lead with 6 interceptions despite missing time with a lacerated kidney. He also started through the Eagles' run to the Super Bowl that season. He doubled down in 2024 back in Philly, again logging 6 picks on what became a championship roster. USA Today's Nick Brinkerhoff thinks C.J. Gardner-Johnson could help the Dallas Cowboys in multiple areas. Dallas defense had its soul zapped after the Micah Parsons trade and has never shied away from players like Gardner-Johnson, Brinkerhoff wrote on September 23. Parsons isn't walking through that door again, so Gardner-Johnson's blend of attitude and skill might just be what the Cowboys need to get their swagger back. Now in year 7, Gardner-Johnson has 18 interceptions and 51 pass breakups in 77 games, 64 starts, over his career. A torn pectoral limited his 2023 stint with the Detroit Lions to 3 games before a late-season return. In 2024 he was back to full duty, starting 16 games for the Eagles. His 2025 stop in Houston recently ended abruptly after 3 starts. Multiple reports point to fit and friction with the coaching staff and team more than talent as the reason for what insider Ian Rappaport called a surprise release. ESPN detailed communication issues and difficulty meshing with DeMeco Ryans' match coverage rules. The move also followed veteran safety Jimmy Ward's reinstatement, which reshuffled the depth chart.